Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive on a Tuesday morning, you guys. It is the 4th of April. Happy pre-order day to us who are demonstrators, discount shoppers, or hobbyists that want to buy some of the new product out of the annual catalog. Yay. We had the option to start ordering that first thing this morning at 1 my time, and it was midnight mountain time. It was a lot of people on there at the same time, so it did take a lot longer than it normally would have, but I got my orders in, yay, before I went to bed. So I heard Tigger over here. I think he was trying to play with his little cat toy. So, all right, you guys, we have the rain. What do we have? Rain or shine? No. That made me think it's something, though. We have the Friendly Gnomes class, and you guys, there were two scheduled posts from last week that were saying we're gonna be doing the ink, paper, scissors from Rain or Shine today, and each one of those was incorrect. So I think what happened is I you guys work smarter, not harder. So I copied verbiage from the past one that I had just scheduled, which was Rain or Shine, and then I never updated it. So I did get it updated that day though. So all right, you guys, we do have a kitten with us. Tigger's here. He's good. Oh, don't look at me. Oh, now he's coming over here. He was looking out the window, and when I said his name, he feels like he has to make his way over here. It's like an obstacle course, you guys. If you'd, I'm gonna put my coffee back here, I think. I'm half tempted to show you the counter. What it looks like, but I'm also a little bit embarrassed to show you the back counter. So he's gonna have a really hard time getting over here, but he always figures out a way to go over the top of something. Yep, he does. So he is a little playful right now. So we're gonna see how this works. Diana's gonna be here in about an hour. So if he's causing me lots of problems, he might get banished to the house. But he's got the whole house there, you guys. If you hear those noises, he's already knocking things off the counter like stamp sets and trying to bat them around on the floor. Anyways, this will be very highly entertaining. So, all right. Hi, Mary Hartman. Hi, Mary Lumpke. Hi, Darrell Hoffaker. Hi, Cindy Hutchings. I think she's been looking forward to this class the most. Yay. Catching her live, you guys. She is our newest member of the Be Happy Stampers. She joined last week. So I'm so excited to have Cindy on the team. Yay, Cindy. Hi, Abigail Vonda. You always trick me here. It's Vonda Saya. Hi, Judy Sharp. Hi, Dolores from Wisconsin. Hi, Debbie Gast and Patricia Settle. You're not late. You guys, I actually went live with the whole setup 10 minutes early in case the picture was too big. And what happens, it's Murphy's Law, when everything, when you go early for something and then everything works perfectly and then you're ahead, right? So I worked on a few things until 10 o'clock and that's how it goes. I ran upstairs twice to get things I forgot. Hi, Barbara Rudolph. Hi, Sherry Everett. Waiting a little to order. Yes, you can definitely wait. There's plenty of stuff out there yet, you guys. No rush. Mary Ellen Ryan, hello. Hi, Angela Knutson. Hi, Donna Gruski. So, Angela, I've got his cat toy right here. Hang on, let me duck down. So, you guys, Angela and Brandon were here yesterday, and they brought Tigger a little toy, this cat toy thing, and it's a little bouncy thing like this. And so Tigger loves it so much, Angela, and he had so much fun playing with Brandon yesterday. So I'm not gonna sit here and play with the cat, you guys, the whole time, but I wanted to show off a little gift that Tigger got from Angela and Brandon yesterday. Oh, you guys, Tigger. What is it with cats and being obsessed with sponge daubers and wanting to roll them? Here he is, Tigger sighting. Oh, yeah. All right. Hi, Sherry Martin. Hi, Karen Wetstein. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. Hi, Shirley Malarkey. All right. There's Heather Grotto. Yay, Heather. I got your email sent off to Rose and you yesterday. I was so happy. So Shirley says, settled in and waiting for a blizzard the next couple of days. Wow. I just checked the forecast and we actually have no snow in the forecast for the next week, which is good. You never know though if it changes. And then here, kitten, come on. Then no snow or rain, and it's supposed to be highs of 46 to 66 on Sunday, and then lows of 35 to 40 something. My friend Marlise and her son Andre come in from Miami. I gotta pick them up at midnight from the airport tonight. And so she was like, do I need to pack snow boots or can I wear nice boots? I'm like, just pack the nice boots. You're good. Oh, yeah. So, oh, I'm so happy we don't have a blizzard coming. Hi, Mary Jean Keepert. Hi, Susan Wormley. Oh, perfect, Sherry Everett. Thank you for texting your numbers for game night to me this afternoon. I appreciate it. Hi, Carmen Sanders. So we have, I think, maybe 6 to 8 spots left for game night, you guys. Game night is Thursday night. It's featuring the Greatest Journey, basically designer series paper and bundle. I didn't pull in the ribbon for that one. I pulled in no ribbon, actually. And so I just did a little inventory. I think I have about 8 left. And so I did go through and pick out the prizes. Yeah, Sandy Wicklander has a blizzard in North Dakota next 2 days too. No, not fun at all. I'm going to go get my sheet, you guys, and I'm going to read off to you what the prizes are for game night. I shopped off of the pre-order, and so hang on one moment. I'm going to grab the list. Oh, Tigger. All right. So, just to give you guys a little sneak peek on what the prizes are for game night. On Thursday, I picked 3 bundles, and the names of the bundles are Countryside Corners Bundle, Crafting With You Bundle, and the Little Monkey Bundle. I also picked a set of all of the new ink pads, the new in-color ink pads. So the colors are, where are they on here? Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, Pebbled Path, Wild Wheat, and Copper Clay. So somebody's gonna go, well, not go home with, but go away with 5 new ink pads. And then the other thing was a set of the new blends. And I haven't decided yet if they're the new in-color blends or the new blends that are coming out. I got them all, and we're gonna have to see what it works with, because I could only order one of the sets of blends, and I might need some of them for designing cards. So there'll be a set of 5 blends, though. I'm pretty sure 4 or 5 blends that will be part of the game night as well. So good prizes. Hi, Polly Libby. Oh, Mary Hartman says, please hit the like button. Thank you so much for that, Mary. Mary, I appreciate that. Hi, Brenda Lovelace. Hi, Renee Cook from Louisiana. Yeah, you're not late at all. We're just getting started. All right, so if you guys are wondering how the like button works, and there's Rose, you guys, in case anybody is from Canada and wants to get some pretty amazing card classes. Rose is your girl in Canada. She did a retiring walkthrough yesterday. I did not do mine yet. I got halfway through one book highlighting last night while I was waiting for my orders to go in, and I still have the other one to do. So you guys, the like button is right there. It's a little thumbs up. So all you have to do is hit it. And then when you want to see the chatting, you just hit live chat, and it brings you back into here. And you can see the live chat. Now, people ask, well, how do you comment in YouTube? Well, you have to be logged into your YouTube account, right? So if you have the app on your phone, that's phenomenal. Having the app is amazing because that keeps you logged in. And then when you go to somebody's videos, you should be able to comment. So hi, Denise. So commenting is awesome. It just helps for engagement. And if you need to ask questions, it's more two-way communication for me when you guys can comment. So I love it. So, all right. I don't know how much else I have except for we do have the last chance, like Rose did a walkthrough video. You guys, you can watch Rose. I'm sure, I haven't watched Rose's, but I'm sure she did a phenomenal job. I plan to do one as well. There are, and I just updated the list, you guys. I made them a little more friendly to see. I know they still look small, but I will be honest, they were a lot smaller the way I had originally downloaded them when they came directly from Stampin' Up. I can sell products to people in the United States, which is primarily English speaking. So for my customers in the States, I did filter out all of the French sets in here. There are French sets that are part of the last chance. I just wanted to keep the list as concise as possible because it is 7 pages worth of stuff that is retiring in the annual catalog. And then I got I got 1 page highlighted on this one. So then there's 2 documents, you guys. And in case you're wondering if you haven't seen these yet, I did send an email yesterday So if you don't get emails from me, you want to go to my website and get signed up to get emails from me. But they're on my website in case anybody wants to know. I go to cardsbycrispy.com, and there's a little hamburger that's called a hamburger up there. And you go to blog and news, newsletters and files. I made them the first 2 links here, you guys. So last chance list, annual catalog, and mini spring catalog. So those, you click on those and it brings up these 2 files. And you can either look on them on your phone or you can look at them by printing them off on your printer. So looking at this list is overwhelming. Hi, Susan Bellamy. Hi, Penny Powell. That is that is an understatement. It is overwhelming. Yes, that is like such a true statement, Heather. You're not lying. The one thing I did, and I think Stampin' Up! Had it this way too, is I put them by page number. So like what I'm going to do with you guys when I do my walkthrough is I'm going to go page by page by page, and I highlight in a book and write if there's a sale price next to it, because it takes a long time. So what I plan to do is to try to get through this list yet today with my highlighting, and I guess, you'd think by now I know there's only so many hours in a day. And hi, Catherine Healy. And I don't know what it is, but I still have high expectations of I'm going to get this, and this done. And that always never happens. I should say that, right? That never happens because there's always a lot to do, right? I think you guys probably have the same thing. If you're a list maker like me, you put everything on the list and you think in your head before you start the list, you're going to get it all done. Well, then life happens and things, happen, and you get tired and you need to eat and you need to go to the bathroom and then people pop over. And so I always have the best intentions. I thought I was going to get to it yesterday, but that's okay. You guys, it's just paper, ink, and stamps, right? It's not like it's the end of the world if it doesn't happen today. And I have to always remember that's what Naughty Nancy would say. It's just paper. So as soon as I can get to those lists, I will be doing a last chance list review with you, and we'll go through the catalog page by page. And I have often heard people say that helps them a lot to walk through it with me versus having to look at that list, because it's easier for me to tell you than it is for somebody to read it. So stay tuned. I am going to do that in the next couple days. I know that Marlise gets here tonight, but she works and she works from her home, wherever her home is, right? So she's going to be working tomorrow and Thursday, and her son's going to be gaming, I guess. And so I will have time to work on that. So that is my plan. All right. So I do have some happy mail I want to share with you guys, and then I'm going to get rocking and rolling with the Friendly Gnomes card class. So let me just drop this down really quick. So I just got this in the mail, you guys. It came yesterday from Darrell, and Darrell is watching. So yay, look at this awesome card, you guys. It's so cool. A nice fun fold. And then she's got a piece of lighter paper on the back here so that you can write your sentiment and your love note on the back. But look at that again. I love it. So it's 3 strips of cardstock that are folded with some decorating of the designer series paper that was from Splendid Thoughts, and she mixed it with two-tone flora. To an incredible woman. I can't think of the name of the set at the moment, but very cool. So I love this layout, Darrell. You may see more of this layout in the future. I love it. And then this one came from Judy Sharp. Yay, Judy. I'll show you that front here. That's that new set that's in the online exclusives. She coupled it with some of the dry brush metallic paper. And she put some of these swirls. Tigger. Kitten. No, you're not to play with that. I started to lay out some stuff for kidding, and he just knocked it down. And that's like, I have a drop down counter. So it's Tigger. Stop it. Hang on. Get away from there. You guys, I have everything laid out for Diane. I don't know if you can see it if I turn the camera, but like there's 72 of this, 72 of this, 72 of this. Here he is. He wanted to say hi. 72 of this. And he starts to like think he's going to push them off because it's a game. And that's why I'm like, nope, you're not knocking that on the floor. Bad boy. All right. Again, this one's the set from the online exclusive, and you make my life happier. So very pretty card, Judy Sharp. I really appreciate it for that happy mail. Okay, so we got those 2. I just wanted to share 2. You guys, I had my team meeting on Sunday of the week before already. No, it was last weekend. No, it wasn't this past weekend. It was the weekend before. Wow, it was already a week and a half ago. That's crazy how fast that time goes. So we did 2 make and takes at the team meeting. I do my team meetings quarterly. Hi, Linda Grady. And we featured the Rhino Ready, which is also from the online exclusives. And so paired this one with the Playing in the Rain Designer Series paper. And then this one is the Designer Series paper from the Greatest Adventure, Greatest Journey. So yay, and pulled in some of the new embossing folder. And then some stylish shapes here. So yep, those are the 2 make and takes from the team meeting. I think we did good with those. Okay. That's what I have. I'm going to do a little bit of roll call for you guys. So in case you're watching and you're interested in this class, and I don't call your name off, it's because I don't have you signed up for class, but I counted 9 spots left for this class. They're kitted, ready to go, and I could pop them in the mail. So this class had 2 options it didn't start off with 2 options, but we morphed it into having 2 options. Thank you so much, Renee. This class is a quarterly order-based class. We started this last quarter. Actually, not even last quarter. It was the fall quarter. So going into September and October, I wanted to finish the Stampin' Up! Year as strong as possible. And I did an order-based class only to help me hopefully get a few extra sales at the end of the quarter. And we featured the soft seedlings class. Some of you guys might remember that. And it was a success. And it helped boost like a little shot in the arm right before the end of the quarter. And that's when we do our rankings and all that good stuff. And so I was talking with a couple gals and we thought, well, what about doing this as a quarterly class? And always doing it at the end, like having the class be the first week after the quarter ends. And so you guys, we just finished our quarter last week, it was a great quarter. Thank you to everybody for helping me with a successful quarter. It was amazing. I appreciate every order and all the people that sign up for classes. It makes me want to keep doing it, which is awesome because that means more classes. And so this class originally started off as order-based, and after doing the scenic garden class and giving my team an option of being able to pay for it, because I'd like my team to be able to place their orders through themselves to help them keep their demonstratorship. So we started off with this class being order only. So some of my team did place orders to get the class for free. And then about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, we thought, well, we should switch it around. And so it's just how it worked. We transitioned it. And then going forward, it is always going to be an order-based class for my customers. And if my team wants to pay for it, they can pay for it or place an order to get it for free. So my team's going to have the option of what they want to do. And so it kind of morphed into that. And I think I'm good with doing that. It gives my team the option and the flexibility. And it's also then a perk for being on my team, which I always like to have extra incentives for my team to have, or little perks. So that's how the Friendly Gnomes class came to be then. I think we have on the docket for the next quarterly order-based class, it will be the first week of July. We're 3 months away. We'll be in the thick of our summer. We are going to be featuring Artistically Inked. Oh no, Sandy Wicklander, you're signed up. I'm pretty sure. No, you're not signed up, Sandy. You're not signed up because you didn't place an order to get the class for free. So that would make sense to me why you didn't get the PDF. So anybody that would like to get this class that isn't on my team, it's free with a $45 order if you want it mailed, or it's $30 order if you are doing porch pickup. And if you're on my team, you had the option, then now you have the option. You could either pay $18 or $24 if you need it mailed. So Sandy, that's why you wouldn't have the PDF for this class. I would love for you to sign up, but you generally don't place orders through me because you order through yourself. So your call. If you want to, I'd be more than grateful for your order. And if you don't, I completely understand too. You guys, I always tell you, you always have to do what is best for you. You do you, and I'll do me. And as long as you're happy, I'm good. So yeah, but we did have, how many people? We have 37 people that are signed up for this class. And I believe I said I had 9 left. So there's still a lot left. But Sandy, that's perfect. It helped me explain that one more time so that in case anybody does want to get the class, they know how it works. Hi, Becky Rohr. So the next one, you guys, is going to be whatever the first Tuesday is in July. I think I'm going to transfer from a 10 a.m. class to a 1 p.m. class, though, just because these morning 10 a.m. classes are for the birds for me. You guys, I'm not a morning person, and staying up till 4 a.m. getting your pre-order in doesn't help the situation. And so I think that I'm not so good with morning classes. I think I'm going to move it to 1 p.m. for the quarterly ones. I don't know what I was thinking, why 10 a.m. would be such a good time. But anyways, I'm good with it. I think I'll be just fine. But again, the stamp set that we're using for the next quarterly order-based class is called Artistically Inked, which is a carryover, you guys. It's carrying over to the new annual catalog. And, you know, it's awesome because I think by that time, a lot of people will have it. So sometimes people feel like they have to have the stamp set that I use when I'm having a class, but I try to teach you to use what you have potentially and buy the things that you really do want instead. So, hi, Debbie Schultz. You guys, I have like a cat fur on the end of my nose and it's like right there tickling. So sorry. All right, I think I got it though. All right, let's do roll call, you guys. We have Feline Mays. We have Debbie Schultz. She's here. Yay. Karen Wetstein, Carolyn Ketchmark, Jill Butzine, Angela Knutson, Judy Immel, Mary Carls, Linda Grady and Patricia Settle, Cindy Hutchings. Yes, Patricia Settle. I sent the PDF on Sunday. I did. Sunday. Or was it yesterday morning? One moment, please. I wrote it on Sunday, and then Karen proofread it for me on Sunday night. And then I think I emailed it. Oh, I emailed it at 12:10 yesterday afternoon. So like right before I went live for my 1 o'clock class. So yes, Patricia, go back and look for it. Look for Friendly Gnomes. That was the name of the title. Okay. So we had Cindy Hutchings, who I think is probably one of the most excited for class. Yay. Lila Erickson, Dawn Linky, Vonda Saya, Leslie McMinn, Debbie Gast, Christina Heiser, Doral Hoffaker, Donna Grushke, Sherry Martin, Laura Sullivan, Bobby Rubish, Sarah Kruger, Shirley Vanderblumer, Bonnie Kemen, Barbara Rudolph, Kathy Dolly Nagari, Mary Lemke, Shirley Malarkey, Jeannie Parker, Amanda Reyes. Jeannie's, I had Jeannie written twice, but it's for Amanda Reyes, her daughter-in-law, Karen Stagg, Carmen Melendez, Rachel Horsch, Jean Frederick, and Fancy Nancy Billets. So I think that's everybody. And another special thank you to those people who are already demonstrators, discount shoppers, or hobbyists who placed an order to get this class for free, because you had a choice to make. You could have chosen to order through yourself and not take the class, but you decided to place an order to help me with my sales to finish my quarter really strong. Or you might be placing an order to help get one of the last 9. And I so greatly appreciate that, you guys. I really do. So we're going to be doing a drawing for door prizes later, and there's more orders than normal. So I think what we might do is 2 people will win a door prize. So that's awesome. I thank everybody for taking my classes, and especially those that place orders to help me keep my sales strong. So, all right, we got a bunch of people that are here. Yay, awesome. Yes, Patricia, if for some reason you've checked your spam folder, you know, when somebody says they can't find a PDF, I will tell you, the first thing I do is I say, did you check your spam folder? Did you search in your emails by the name of the class? And did you search for emails by the chrismbertram@msn.com, because that's the email address that I send them from. And if somebody tells me they did all those things, I am more than happy. And if somebody says, I have the email, but I can't get the PDF, you didn't send the PDF, I say, well, did you look at the paperclip? Did you look for the PDF word? Did you look at the bottom of the email? There's 4 different ways that I've seen attachments show up in people's emails. And so I say, did you look here, 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 and here? So, but that, you guys, I was a little late to the game on this one. I can do good with the Thursday classes usually because I have Monday and Tuesday or like the weekend to work on them. But I had 3 online classes this week, you guys. I had the Honeybee yesterday. I have this one today. I have the game night on Thursday. And when you have 3 PDF tutorials to write in a week, it's like, well, that's like where do I find more time to write more tutorials? And that's when I realized that having more classes means more work, not just designing, right? It's easy to design a class in my mind. It's the, okay, photographing it and then marketing it and then writing the tutorial and then kitting it is like easy for me. Kitting and cutting and like, and I've got amazing helpers, but it's the writing the tutorials, you guys, that it's like, feels like homework, like I'm writing a paper back in school. So it is the last thing that always gets done, and it always gets done a few days before the class happens. So you guys, I'll be honest, you could get your class a week or two ago because I'm ahead on kitting, but that writing that tutorial to sit down and focus on doing it versus answering all the emails that come in or taking phone calls or responding to people, like, yeah. So Laura found it in her spam, which is where it usually goes, you guys. And so that's why I always tell people, look in your spam before asking me, and look for the name of the class in your email before asking to. So I also had somebody that reached out to me and said, well, every time I open up an email, it disappears. I'm like, that's not mine. Like I can't, like that's a setting in your email that needs to get fixed. That's a setting that says, like delete email as soon as you open it. Like that's a setting. So like I could send it to you 10 times, but every time I send it to you, it's going to delete it. So like that needs to get fixed on the other end. So yeah, all these little things, you guys. And I know that none of us are the best with technology. And so we do it. We make it work. So, all right, you guys. So let's flip down and get this party started finally. We have here the 3 sets. Oh man, there's a gnome set somewhere. Hang on. I got to go get the gnome set. All right. Where are you? Friendly gnomes. All right. This is the main set that we're using today. It's called Friendly Gnomes. And I know that there are people that just don't like gnomes. And then there are people that love gnomes. And some people are in the middle. They could take them or leave them, but they know people that love gnomes, right? So this is a class, and we knew it was going to be very specific. And people that love gnomes were going to go crazy for it. And then you're going to have people, oh, you are so busy for us. How do you find time for Tyler? Oh, that's a good question. So we kind of, we have a date night that is always set for Tuesday night, Brenda. So Tuesday night's date night with Tyler. Like, it doesn't matter, like there are no plans on Tuesday unless we're together. So it doesn't matter where we go or what we're doing or who we're with, we're together. And then we try to find time on the weekends. And after I'm done with classes, usually at like 8:30, 9 o'clock until 11 o'clock. So yeah, we make it work. So the Friendly Gnomes, you guys, if you're not a Gnomes fan and you don't know people who are Gnomes, I want you to consider looking at these cards as we make them and figure out, well, do you have a set that you could use? And you really like the layouts, right? Because there's 2 bookmark cards, thanks to Wendy Lee. She sent me 2 bookmark cards that I cased the layouts, but completely changed the products, right? And you could like use something else instead of the gnomes. And so Laura Sullivan, she's got the pressures on for her because she told me she loved the layouts, but she's not a gnomes fan. But I'm excited to see what she uses in place of them. So this is where she can, when she's done with her cards, take a picture of them and put them in my class card challenge. And when I look through that, then I can see how you guys alter or change the cards. So yes, you love the gnomes. My daughter is addicted to gnomes. So that's perfect for Vonda. So this set got pulled in. These dies got pulled in. You guys, these dies were carried over from the holiday mini catalog, and they are on the retiring list now, as I believe is the Friendly Gnomes. The other sentiment I pulled in here is from Sending Cheer. This little guy right here needed a very little sentiment to fit right on that circle, and so that is Sending Cheer. And then the clouds for this card came from the set that's called Playing in the Rain, which is what is featured for the ink, paper, scissors that's coming up later in April. So that is primarily where the things came from, and the dies. I pulled in here a cloud punch. So there's a cloud punch that's in the mini catalog. That is, let's see here. You guys, the mini catalog looks like this. If you look to the back here, oh, I lied. The cloud punch isn't in there. Hang on. One moment, please. I had it in my head that the cloud punch, oh, here's the cloud punch. Okay, so the cloud punch is here. Oh, there you go. Debbie Guest had it. Perfect. Rhinos. You guys, those rhinos would fit in here. And also the owls. There was an adorable owl set. That was from the sale-a-bration. The donkeys is one that I thought of, and then there was frogs way in the past too. The cloud die, in case anybody's wondering, comes from a set that is called Basic Borders dies here. There's this cloud looking one right there. So that's where the cloud comes from. This die right here with the picture this, I believe that's on the last chance list as well. And it is at a reduced price, if I'm not mistaken. It's called Picture This. It's the circles here. And then the circle from the small one is what got used as a sentiment there. And then the other thing that got pulled in, they called the deckled rectangles. All right, so that's where stuff comes from, in case inquiring minds would like to know. All right, so what you guys get in the kit though? This is what you got. It looks just like this, except for yours were not stamped. Let's say it looks like this, okay? And you had a little slip in the front. You guys, those little slips in the front, in case you don't look at them really close, you might consider it. The little slips are perfect in case you don't have time to put the class together right away. It has the name of the class. I always add the date right here, and I write your name on the top. The name helps me make sure I don't miss sending something to you. And the date and the name of the class help you, because like for today, for example, I'll just show, I have already done it because I had a few minutes before we started class. If you go to the events calendar, like let's say it's 2 or 3 months from now and you guys are just getting time to put this class together. If you go to my calendar of events and click on the name of the class, like April, so this would have said Gnomes April 4th. The first thing that I add here after the cover photo, after I have the link, is you can catch the replay on YouTube by clicking here. So instead of searching YouTube, instead of searching Facebook, instead of searching anywhere, all you do is you come to my events calendar, you look for the day of the class, which would have been April 4th, click on it, and then there's the link to watch the video. All right, so that doesn't help you per se with the tutorial, in case you can't find the tutorial, because the tutorials are emailed to you. I don't put them out there for everybody to have access to. They are for sale, like this one right here, in case you guys are interested. Anybody watching that wants the tutorial, I have a whole shop section called Online Classes and Tutorials, and it's out there. The thing is, it goes all the way to the bottom, so you do have to scroll all the way to the bottom, and there it is, Friendly Gnomes Online Card Class, and then this is where you could purchase the PDF. Okay, so that's already out here as well. There you go. So just putting that stuff out there in case anybody needs to know that. So what did you get though, you guys? You got this little piece of white paper, which is used for some of the gnomes. Okay, this is a little template of how it works to stamp the gnomes. I should have photographed this and included it in the tutorial, just so you know. But if you don't stamp yours that exact way and you need an additional piece of white paper, most people have scraps of white. You guys will have your 4 card kits, right? So there you go. It is helpful that I bind my catalogs. You could go to Kinko's, you could go to Office Max, you could go to a Staples if you have a Staples by you. I always get them bound so that they open really nice. Then you guys, there is a little sampling of the 6x6 greatest journey paper, and you're like, well, this is weird. She didn't use any of this paper. This is for Thursday night's class. How did she do that? Why is she confusing us? Why is she using the same DSP in 2 classes? But you guys, I did it because on the reverse side, oh, Linda says she saves the PDF email. Yes, this is what you guys, here's one more tip or piece of advice for those that are new to me. What she said she does, Linda, if you go to, I save everything in my card classes folder. And then if you go to where I send the thank you, it says, thanks to all who registered for the, when I send a thank you email out, you guys, there's always a link for the YouTube there. And then if there's a tutorial available to purchase, it's right there. So that's what Linda just said, that she saves those. She saves the PDF email for replay links. Yep. And then she also, when you guys, I send the PDF, she saves that as well. So there's different things that you can save. But when you guys flip these over, you can see like, oh man, that one goes with that card. The blue goes there. The pink was over there. The yellow's on the inside. This one's here. This one's here. Oh my gosh. Like, isn't that super cool? who would have ever thought that on the opposite sides of all of the greatest journey paper is what we use for this class, okay? And so on Thursday night, we're gonna be using these other sides. Well, this one for sure. But anyways, so we're gonna cut paper. I think we're gonna do that first. And then the other thing that's in your kit, you guys, is this piece of white paper. This is what you need for your bookmark card. This little guy here on the side that comes off like this, that is your bookmark card. And we do need to cut it as a group. We're gonna cut this so that you have it right. All right, so first things first, let's get our little trimmer out. Kitten, what are you doing? All right, I'll help you out here, buddy. Okay, where are you going? Nothing to see here, officer. Keep it moving. Move it, move it, move it. Okay, let's grab our trimmers out. And let's get the pieces of paper that we need cut so that they're all ready, and then we can put our trimmer away. We'll start with this one right here. So what we do need to do is cut, and I have, you guys, all the measurements are in the tutorial, and it would be great if I would print that off, but I don't print them off. You have two options on this one. He's hanging out in the sink, you guys. Lap, 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 lap it up. So on this one, usually I have a little recipe card in there. I know that not everybody likes to operate in 1/16 of an inch, and I'm okay with that, you guys. When you're making your cards, you can cut your paper however you want. I love to operate in 1/16 of an inch just because it leaves a little bit less of a margin. Otherwise, it's like, that's a bigger margin than that one, and I like this one to be a little smaller. So for this pink piece of paper, you want to make sure your stripes are going this way. Or if you want, you can make them going that way. It's your call, whatever you want. And maybe you don't know and you just end up with it one way and you're okay with it. I cut mine at 5 1/16 by 3 13/16. I think I put in the tutorial that, but if you want to, you could cut it by 3 3/4 by 5, or you could go up and do 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. It's your call, what you want to do. So I'm gonna go with my lines horizontal here. I'm gonna go with 5 1/16, which is just one mark here past the 5. But again, you could go up higher to the 1/8, or you could go down lower to the 1/8. Depending on what you do, you're either gonna see more or white of your border. So I'm doing 5 1/16, and then by 3 13/16. And that leaves here the mat for that. Okay, so there's something special with this. These are scraps. You guys can do with them what you want. There's something special with this though. So do you see on here, to get that bookmark to hang on here, we need to cut a little slice right here. And the trick for doing that is you're going to need to grab a pencil. And I never seem to leave a regular pencil here. It's always green. But what I wrote in the tutorial is you need to take a pencil and put a tick mark, a 1/2 inch from the left and a 1/2 inch down, right? So let's measure this. We're gonna do a 1/2 inch over, and I'm gonna kind of guess where the 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna put a mark a 1/2 inch here, and then we're gonna put a 1/2 inch here. And I guessed really good because that dot right there is a 1/2 inch. It's a 1/2 inch from the bottom, from the top and the left-hand side. Kitten. Take her. Come on. Yep, come on. Not over there. Oh, you guys, he was just in the sink with wet paws. You know what wet and paper don't like to mix, right? Okay. So this one, you guys, we got to put another tick mark down here. And it's 1 5/8. And then it is it's about 3/8 inch. Hi, baby. What do you need? Here, I know. I just teased you, didn't I? You're like, Mom, I want to play with you. So it's about 3/8 inch over and 1 5/8 up. So we're going to do 1 5/8 up from here. And we're going to put a tick mark here. And about 3/8 in. Something like that. Okay? You're like, why are we doing this? Oh, well, we need to put a little marking here, and it needs to be wide enough for this to fit in like this. And you kind of want it centered, right? Like, we definitely tried to get it centered the best we could. So once you have your little tick marks, then what you have to do is pretend like the tick mark is right over the lines where it's going to cut. And the better you guess, the better it'll be. So I'm going to put that little pencil mark. My eyeball is like going to right there, and then it's going to right there. And then what you want to do is not move the paper, right? Hi, Deirdre. Oh, maybe I didn't see Deirdre. Oh my gosh, the letters over there looked like it, but sorry guys, there's no Deirdre. I'm gonna go up to here. My eyes were playing tricks with the D's and the A's. Down here and down here. So you don't want to go too far past it. You can keep going up to it until you need a little bit more. Right there. Okay, so I hit it there and I didn't hit it down here. There I did. Okay. So what I would do is, well, I'm going to take this one to do a test of the public broadcasting system. And if you're happy with where it is, I would leave it. And if you want it to go either to the left or to the right more, you're going to either have to cut a little bit more one way or the other way. And you're going to have to be very careful when you line this back up, because if your blade isn't in the exact same spot, it's going to kind of not be good. So instead of going back with the blade, you could always use your scissors and just make one little extra little snip if you need to. So to do this though, like to do that test, you're like, well, how do I do the test? I don't have the piece of paper. You have the piece of paper. You can test it. Okay. Well, you're going to have to take this piece. So let's do this one while we're at it. So this is a 6x6 and I've already scored it at 3 and 3, right? So right in the center. And what needs to happen is there's a little, you can see that my finger goes here and it's cut right there. So what you need to do is cut from the center point here down to one of the quarters. And it really doesn't matter which one, but the way to do this is line up your corner there, line up your corner there. So now you've got it right in the middle, and you're gonna put your blade right over where the center is and cut down. And I'm gonna go just a hair more. Okay, something like that. And if you don't go all the way up, you can always take your scissors and finish it, but I think I got it pretty good right there. Okay, so what will happen then is this folds in this way. Hang on, it's been a little while since I did this. Okay, I just stumped myself. Oh man, okay. Okay, one moment, you guys. I have to figure out what we did with this. We have to cut off. Oh, wait. This is, we gotta cut it in half. Okay, oh man. You guys, I'll be honest with you. We made these cards. We gotta cut these in half, actually. Okay, nobody do theirs yet with me. Let me just figure this out. I'm pretty sure that this gets cut in half. You didn't need the full sheet is what's happening here. Okay. Okay. This was enough to do 2 of them, you guys. So if you watch me, like, wait till I get it right before you do it. But this is actually, it's just one of the, it's this guy right here, and then it's a half and a half. So one of these makes 2, right? It's not one altogether. Wow, I didn't remember that. So these cards were made a month ago though, so you have to forgive me. So really what we're doing is this, and then this goes, this goes like that and that, okay? So I just messed up my other half, you guys, because of cutting it like I did. And that means that the tutorial is wrong as well. I, in my head, thought that you just cut up and then you folded it, and it wasn't. So I need to fix the tutorial, you guys, to show that you have to cut this in half diagonally, and then you just fold these ends in. And that's really all you do. Wow. Wow. See, you guys, I'm learning along with you here. It's been a little while. So now this, you could practice in here and get that set in there. And it's not quite done, right? Because we have to finish putting it together, but that's how you do that. Aren't you glad you guys watched the video? Whew, we figured that one out on a Tuesday morning. Okay, so knowing that now, you guys, I'm going to go in and update the tutorial. So just know that I will be emailing everybody with the updated tutorial so that you don't have to have a bad one. Okay. All right. Kitten. Come on. Come here, baby. Come here. Yup. Did you guys hear that? He was up in my bookcase. Go, Tigger. You are just wanting to play. All right, you guys. So that's the first one. Do you guys hear that? That's him like running around like a bad, never mind. Something got him spooked. All right. Now we're going to do this one. And this one's not so crazy. There's a piece of designer paper here and a piece here, right? Same kind of concept of what you guys want to do with the designer paper. Do you want a little bit bigger of a margin or a little bit less of a margin? All right, Linda Grady, we'll catch you later. Have fun getting groceries. I've got this at a normal 5 1/4 by 4, and I've got it so my patterns are looking like that. So I'm going to do 5 1/4, and actually I'm going to do the 4 first, because this leaves a little flap in case you want to do it for something, like on your envelope, and then by 4. So you guys, this is the outside piece. These are scraps then. And then there's a piece on the inside. So all 4 of these, you guys, were kind of different folds. And then this one is the one where you could do 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. You could do 3 3/4 by 5. You could do the 1/16 of an inch if you want. So I'm just gonna, for you guys, I'll keep it simple. I'll just do the 3 3/4, because that leaves this in case you want to put on your envelope. And then by 5, so 3 3/4 by 5. And then that goes on your inside. So we'll add that later. And then that's it for this one. Then we have this one. And that uses these 2 sheets. And our measurements on this one, the designer paper, so I did 16ths again, you guys. I do prefer 16ths. If you don't like it, again, just go up or go down, depending on how much border you want to see. So we're going to start with the top one. And I've got the lines going like this. And so the DSP is 3 13/16 wide by 2 13/16. So I'm actually going to cut it at 2 13/16 this way, by 3 13/16 this way. And that gives me that piece right there, and that a whole scrap here left for something else. And then the green piece is a little bit smaller. It's 1 13/16 by 3 13/16. So we're gonna cut 1 13/16. Be careful, you guys. Like if you want your pattern going like this, then you will make sure you cut it that way. So 1 13/16 this way by 3 13/16 that way. Again, you could have gone a hair up or a hair down to keep it to the ace. And that goes there. So that's it for that one. And then the last one here is the blue piece, the blue card. And that designer paper, there's a piece back here, there's a piece for the tag, and then you have this little piece left here. That's gonna be perfect for you to do down here if you want. And that only needs to be a little piece. So I'm just gonna set this with it so that we know that we're gonna use that. So that's extra. And we have here the designer paper that is the stars. I think this is one of my favorite patterns. And if you see, we only see a little bit peeking out here. We don't see the whole thing. And so what I would do, you have 2 options. You could go this far over, draw a tick mark, and then you could go to right here and draw a tick mark and just cut off a section. Or if you're thinking you want to make 2 of this card, you could cut yourself the rectangle and then just cut in half diagonally. You do need to get the tag out of here, right? So just know if you do cut yourself the rectangle like this to make 2 cards, you won't have enough to do a second tag because there's not enough for another one. So there's enough for 1 tag. Basically, the paper is all enough to make 1 card, basically. So to conserve paper, I guess what we could do is show you how I would do this. You could, so I'll give you the measurement here. It's basically 3 3/4. Nope, it's not even. It's 3 5/8, and it's by like 3 5/8. So if you cut yourself 3, like go to 3 5/8 to 3 5/8, you could cut straight off. and that would be enough for your quarter, your panel here. So do I want to do that? You know what? Might as well. So let's just do that to show you how you can really save the paper here to use it for something else. And there's no rhyme or reason. It's just, I can't even see you guys. There's a little glare. So 3 and 5/8. We're going to do 3 and 5/8 here. So then what do? I'm going to go over here and put my tick mark there. And my tick mark there. And there's my triangle for right there. That's really all you need to put right there. So that leaves this much here. And this tag is basically, I put a Night of Navy tag in your kit. So it's about 2 1/8 by 4 1/8. So what we could do is take now from here down and then do about 4 1/8. You just need enough for the tag, and you're gonna fussy cut this out yourself once we attach it to the tag. So that leaves these 2 pieces left over for something else. Okay, I think that we have all of our pieces, and we're going to put the leftovers in here. And I guess we're gonna start with this card because I love this card a lot. All right. You guys ready to make some cards? Hi, Deb Norman. Yep, Susan Wormley. You can definitely purchase the tutorial. It's in my online store at the moment, but I realized that I have the wrong instruction. The measurement's right, but I had the wrong instruction for how to do this little, I lost my little trimmer back here. Hang on. There it is. I put the wrong instruction to make this thing. I said it wrong. The instruction is not going to be wrong, and like it's not going to mess up your paper too bad. But it's not going to mess up your paper because you can cut it off. But we'll talk about it, and then I'll go and update the tutorial after class. So we're going to start with this guy. So grab these 2 pieces, and you're going to have to go. Again, you guys, this is the template for the gnomes, and you know what I think I'm going to do? Just so I have this, when I send out the updated, you guys, this is me doing a little work here. I'm going to send you guys this picture so that you have it. There you go. So I'm going to take this picture, put it in the tutorial so you guys can see how to stamp it as well. How's that sound? Okay. You are going to need the little girl. So the gnomes got used. There's a little girl on this one. So we're just going to take and fussy cut her off of here. We might as well just cut all these apart and set them over here. All right, just like that. So the girl is here, and we have a tag, and let's grab the kit that has her in it. All right, so you gotta look for the blue 42. All right, must have been the top one. So when you open up your kit, what are you gonna have? You have your envelope there that you could do what you want with, and you've got, this is already die cut for you. Like that, it's that basic cloud border die. Sometimes you might get a little bit of goo. I just noticed there's a little goo on there because sometimes when my helpers hold things down with tape, the residue from the tape might be there, so you could take that off. So this got cut out of the negative here. So we've got our clouds over here. The tag was already cut from the tailor-made tag dies. And so what we're gonna do for that is, this is the piece that we need, and this is literally gonna get glued, and I have the stitching on the back side, so then the rough side gets the glued side. So that's gonna be for our tag, and that's for the tag. And you guys have a white rectangle, which is gonna go right behind that rectangle like that. Don't worry that this looks off because it all gets hidden. And then this is gonna go down on there. You guys have some iridescent gems, iridescent pearls are right there. And then this will go here. And then this will eventually go here. Like that. Oh man. So this is a good observation. So everybody's clouds are going to be slightly different. This cloud was cut a little bit lower than this one over here. And what happened, I just noticed it, is that because I cut my triangle the way I did, instead of it coming down at that angle, like this piece right here, this is where if you would have taken the rectangle and cut it in half, it would have came down at this angle, and then you wouldn't see the little bit of white there. All right, but I have a little white there. So we're going to have to piece a little bit back together, you guys. We're gonna have to piece this little section back in there and tape it down in there. So not the end of the world, but that's why we lay out our things when we do. So what we're gonna do is just take, I'm literally just gonna take a chunk out of here, and this is called paper scrapping here. We're gonna make sure that goes right back there. So it'll be okay. We're gonna save that there. So let's get started though to put this together. So you're gonna need the Night of Navy ink. Oh man. All right, Night of Navy ink. And then you're gonna sponge around your cloud here. So we're gonna do that side just to give it a little bit of texture around the edge of the cloud. All right, so this is just a sponge dauber. You can get those in the catalog. And there's one thing. And then we're also gonna do that on the edge over here. So you guys, before you cut your blue paper, you might want to double check where your cloud falls, because depending on how it got cut, it might work or it might not, okay? So that's it for the dauber. Then we do have some clouds that are stamped on here as well. So let's get those stamped so that we can get this assembled. So the clouds are also in Night of Navy, and they look like this. And I've got them like they're going across the scene here. So we've got this one like that, and we've got a sentiment which says there's no one better than you. And it's right here. All right, so we're gonna grab that. Hey guys, I'm gonna cheat and not put a piercing mat underneath. We're gonna put that right here first, and then we're gonna finish off with another little cloud on this side over here. Okay, and that's gonna be perfect because then this cloud goes right about there. All right, so we're good with this. So we're gonna set that there. I don't know if you want to stamp anything on the back of this white piece, now is the time to do it. Once you start putting this card together, you're gonna get thickness and like gems back here, and it's not gonna stamp good. So if you do wanna stamp something on the back, now would be the time to do it, and that would be this white piece right here. Stamp something on there if you want. Otherwise, it's gonna be hard to do it later. So we got all that ready to go. And what we need to do, so let's get this layer here. So it's gonna glue. The white piece is gonna fit perfectly on here, the way that I have it cut. This piece is going to fit perfectly like this, but we need to get this little scrap in here like that. And so what I'm gonna do is cut straight up to that peak and just see if that does the trick for us here. Just like that. And then this is going to go like that. So you're not gonna see that seam. Once I glue that, you won't even know that that is like that. But we needed just that little bit. All right, so now let's get this glued down. So let's flip that and flip this. And we'll put a little glue. Cover up our pretty purple. Okay, so this little triangle, you want to make sure you have the same on the left and the top, like that. And then this little triangle will fit there. So make sure your top and your left is good. And now this one, because I had to finagle, we're just going to get it lined up right next to it. And you won't even see, once the card is put together, that I had to piecemeal that back like that. It's okay. It really is. Then you have to be very careful. Well, let's pop. I actually popped this up, you guys. You can't really tell it, but you could glue it flat or you could pop the whole thing up. And I'm going to choose to pop. Like my sister-in-law, well, future sister-in-law. My brother had I haven't heard the news yet, but she was supposed to have a scheduled C-section this morning at like 7:30. So she should have popped. And I should be an aunt. All right. So this, you guys, again, if you need to stamp this or do something on the back, you can. This is going to go right on here. Like that. And then this one here. What I did is you cannot have any adhesive right through here because you need that for the pocket. Okay, so what we're gonna do, oh man, you guys, I need one more section right there. Oh, wow. Okay, you see it? So for this card, you guys, I will be honest, I cut a piece and I cut it in half and I didn't have that issue. So I would highly recommend not doing the cut unless you have your clouds down and you can measure it. You might go like that. That would have been a better angle. But so I didn't think about that. This right here, you know what we're gonna do? You guys are laughing at me. This is gonna be the piecemeal card here. Learn from my wrongdoings or learnings, and then you guys won't have to make the same mistake. Okay, so now we're good. See? And from a camera, you can't even see that there's a seam really there unless you look for it. But the thing is, you want to make sure you're only putting glue on the edges here because you got to remember that that bookmark needs to go in there. So we're going to put a little glue just along the edges and leave this pocket part open here. Okay. So then this should fit right. That you see a little bit of that blue. Okay, there we go. All right, so we are back on track, you guys. That's really what it's, maybe I should, oh, scribble of blends, Penny Powell. That would have been perfect too. Yep, if the blends would have matched perfectly, that would have been a great option as well. You betcha, a little scribble of blends would have done it. All right, instead of using up more paper. All right, so we're gonna put our cloud on next. And that's gonna go right over here. Oh, you guys, be careful when you put your cloud on. You don't want any dimensional that's going to be hitting the blue either. And knowing this now, I wouldn't have had to put that little scrap of blue there because that really did get covered up by this cloud. So all good there. All right, so let's do our little tagsy here. Show you how that goes. So the back side has, you do see the hole, and that's fine. So you could run this through like a regular tag. I'm going to use a stapler though. Oh, little boy's going to sleep. He went under the chair. So I'm gonna put the glue on the back of this one. And then I'm going to put my designer paper and I'm gonna make it flush on the bottom. And then I'm gonna use my scissors. You could use a tool if you wanted, a cutting tool, but I just follow the edge of the die. Like that, and you're just going to cut that edge off of the designer paper because then it makes it the exact size as the tag. There's that, and then one more guy right here. Perfect. So now we have the front of the tag being our starry sky here. And let's get these out of the way. Now for the hill here, you need a little hill. Tabby Gas, love watching me fix mistakes. Good. You guys, I'm not perfect. I will tell you, like, the only thing I can think of is how to fix it and, like, how do you make it right, right? Under the pressure, right? So you have your little hill here. What I would recommend doing is taking your scissors and just cutting a small hill like that, okay? And then what you're going to do is figure out how high you want your hill. And I would put my glue on the front here. Hi, Jeannie Parker. Yeah, it's a paper piercing class also. I'm going to set my hill on here. I'm going to make sure I'm flush on the one side. Okay, and it's about 5/8 of an inch up. And now what we can do is, well, let's make sure it's not crooked like that is what we want. All right, then we can just take our scissors here and cut that off and cut that end off. So we've just made our little girl ready to go out for a stroll in the sky and to look at the night sky. And this will fit in here like that. So you guys, in your kit, you had a little piece of ribbon about 3 inches. Now this is where you get to make a choice. It's probably not long enough to do like pushing it through and doing that. But if you had this ribbon at home, you could do that. There's a hole back there to give you that guidance where the hole is. But I don't know about you, but I do like staplers. I know that some people are not fans of staplers. I actually have 2 of them. I have one that I got at a craft store. Where do I have them is the question. Oh, they're over here. I got one at a craft store in San Diego when I was visiting my friend Carrie. And it was purple. So I had no choice. I didn't care what the price was. I bought it. I mean, it was not like outrageously expensive, but it was expensive enough that I thought, oh, do I need this or not? And I'm like, it's purple. I need a purple stapler from Germany. So I'll be honest. I love this little stapler because it has a little staple. So right after I bought it, of course, Stampin' Up! Came out with a stapler. And because I sell Stampin' Up! Products, I bought the Stampin' Up! One too. So the staples are a little bit wider on this one. But Stampin' Up! Did have one in the past. And so you might have your Stampin' Up! Stapler yet. And if you don't have either one of these small staplers, you could use a regular office stapler. And what you're going to do is not staple your finger, but I just put right where I think it needs to go and squeeze it. And I've just attached my tag with a stapler instead of running it through the hole, which is perfectly fine too. And it's actually a little bit easier. All right, so then you're going to need to grab, I have to go grab a ribbon scissors. That's definitely not my ribbon scissors, but we'll trim the tags in a moment. So we're getting there, you guys. At this point, you could put your gems on. I did give you 4 of them. And you're like, oh, 4 doesn't seem right because it's not an odd number. Well, that's okay because we have 1 up here and we have a grouping of 2 down here, which makes it look like it's a 1, 2, and then a third one over here. Okay, that's why I did that. All right, so you got your gems on. Always make sure to push them really good. And then we're gonna do a little color ring with some blends with the girl. Oh, we'll color her and then we'll die cut her. So make your, honestly, I'll be honest, like coloring gnomes is not the most exciting thing in my book, but needs to get done because we're not gonna have her not colored in. So we have a little bit of ivory because my gnome is gonna look like me. And then I gave her some bronze hair, like me. And this is where you could give your girl blonde hair, brunette hair. You give her rainbow colored hair. I had a hard time figuring out. I think those are the hair ties down there. So I colored them a color. So we got a little brown hair going on here. Little braids. Then I chose some Melon Mambo for the flower power up here in her hat. And her little dress. I made that also Melon Mambo. And it's like, I feel like she has a white shirt on and I didn't realize that when I colored this one. So I'm gonna color this one slightly different because I feel like Chicken Tonight, no I don't, but I feel like her romper is one color and her blouse is another color. So I think on this one I'll try to do it correctly. You could use colored pencils to color your gnome. If you don't like the blends or have blends, that would be perfectly fine. All right, so there's that. We'll make her little sleevey things. Oh, we'll make those pool party. So grab your pool party, and her little hair tie things became pool party. And I'm gonna make the little ruffles on her ridges. Ruffles have ridges, right? And her shoe little buttons blue, and then her hat as well. Yes, Donna, you can get colored staples as well. And I do have all the colored staples a girl could probably imagine having. Like, I probably have about 10 different colors, and that's probably all you really would need for colored staples. My favorite are, of course, the purple ones. Yeah. Definitely, it's cool. I like adding staples onto cards. So I'm giving her a pool party hat, you guys. So we're just gonna do that. And then I did pull out saffron. So I think I'm just gonna do a little saffron in the center, center of her flower. And you guys, you know when you think you have it all colored and then you realize you missed something. I think I missed her hair tie over there. Because I was focused on her ruffly ridges. And her shoes are next. I just pulled out a gray. Must be light gray granite. So we're going to give her some gray shoes. She doesn't need the most fancy shoes. She's okay as long as she's happy. All right. And she's colored. Oh man, I forgot our hands. All right, so let's find the ivory again. Oh, this isn't even ivory. This is the SU-800. Ha, okay. There we go. Perfect. So I think my girl's good. And we'll put this one back in here. And we're gonna grab the little baby mini die cutting machine. And we're gonna not fussy cut because I remembered to grab my machine. So let's get the end of our little washi tape here. And we need the dies. The dies would be back here as well. So these dies are from the mini and they were designed to coordinate with the Friendly Gnome stamp set. So we're gonna put that here. Guys, I do, oh, that's the wrong one, hang on. I must need this one. So there's 3 different dies that cut out the gnomes and there's 3 different peeps here. So we're gonna go like this. And just run this through. So I do like to use the tape. Hi, Carmen Melendez. You're not used to seeing me this early. I know. I'm not used to being live this early. All right. So I got her cut out. And I saved that tape for the next time. Oh, look at that. I had a piece sitting there already. So we've got her cut out. And what we're going to do for her, I like to pop up her top hat part. And then we're going to plant her feet flat on the grass. So she's grounded. Not like when she was a bad, naughty girl, but as in she's planted with her feet firm on the grass. You could have saved some gems and put them on the tag here as well. But I need to go grab a ribbon scissors. And we're going to trim off the tails slightly. So this is a bookmark card, you guys. I think you figured that out. I hope. And so when you give this card to somebody, not only do they get a card, but they get a bookmark. And so you can see the little hat poking out. And there we go. We made a bookmark card. All right. 1 down. Yay. Okay. That one almost got me. It was a little bit touch and go there for a while, but we got her. We got her. So there was 1 card down. Okay, we'll set that one there. And we'll keep her moving. Woo, let's do an easy one maybe next. Okay, I have this feeling I'm going to procrastinate on that pink card till the end. Hi, Millie Kindle. All right, so we're going to do this one next, which is your greenie card. So that one's this one, it looks like. And let's open this up. Make sure there's nothing in there, and you'll need these 2 green pieces. And you'll have your deckled rectangles cut already. That's for that top layer. I have over here, we've got our little gnome and squirrel already done, which is good. You'll have some of these glossy dots, you guys, the blue pool party ones. They are carrying over. You have these 2 mats. One is for the bottom and one is for the top. Outside panels. And then you have a double matting for this one. So we've got the pool party with the white. And that goes on the inside. Oh, and there's your ribbon. Look at that. All right. So I do want to get glue happy to get some of our pieces, complete with cat fur, put together. So we're going to flip over and get some of these put together. Oh, I want to do that side though. All right, so I'm going to do a few things at once here. So we're going to do our 2 pieces of DSP. And we might as well get this pool party mat down. And make sure you got your short flap on the bottom. So that goes there. That one will go on here. Again, if you guys hold, before you put glue on, if you hold it up to the mat, you can always test if you need to trim anything before you get glue on it. That always helps. And then we'll flip these over and they can get adhered to our front two flaps. And then I think we'll get a little bit stamp happy here. So that one's gonna go here, like that. And that one can go here. All right, so we got the core of the card pretty much set. You straight. All right, I know that I did not burnish. You guys, when I send out kits to you guys, I don't generally burnish them. I don't ever burnish them, that's up to you. So we're gonna leave that burnished like that. All right, so there's our, what we have for our base. Now, we gotta do some stamping though. So I think we need some soft suede ink because that is what we used for the gnome house, the mushroom house. You could definitely use basic gray if you want to, or I mean a memento or a dark, any dark color would probably be fine. I'm trying to see, I think it is soft suede. So we're gonna grab this and the little mushroom house is, maybe it's still in the stamps. I don't think it would be though. Oh, it is, interesting. Okay, we have it right here though. So we're gonna take this guy off. We're gonna stamp our gnome house on the inside first. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, I'm good with that. So soft suede is retiring, you guys. And then we're gonna grab this. And this needs to get stamped up a little bit higher so you have room for your sentiment down below. So we're gonna put that right about here. And then we're going to do garden green on the bottom for our sentiment. I think. Okay. I guess we'll grab this pad over here. When the first one you can't find, and then you grab the second one. So this sentiment is spring is everywhere. So we tried to pull in a little garden green. That goes at the bottom. And then there's room in the middle for our ribbon. All right. So that's what we've got for stamping. Okay. This mat needs the ribbon to go around it. So we're going to, you guys, I'm going to talk about the coloring versus doing the coloring. Because it's going to take me a lot longer to color all this stuff. And we're already an hour and 20 minutes and then we got 2 more cards. So I'm going to talk about the coloring versus doing the coloring. Because you've got the pictures, you can see what to do, as well as I'll talk about it. But for this ribbon, all I did was put tear and tape on the back. And we're going to flip the tail over like this. And you have plenty of ribbon. So I don't think there was enough. I don't know if there was enough to go all the way around. Did we do that? Sometimes we do in... Oh, you've got plenty, you guys. If you... Nope, actually we didn't. This is what we did. We did 2 of these. So you got 1 here. Okay. And then you're going to cut it. And because this ribbon is so sheer and see-through, hi Jennifer Jones, what we did is doubled it up. So it was enough to go all the way around, and that's fine if you want to do that. But it's so sheer and light that if you just did a second line of this like this, like you would want to do it pretty on top of itself. So we're going to line that right up like that. And do another one here. It just made it a little bit darker. So now you have enough there to wrap around the front. Okay, so then this is going to get that. And then we're going to pop this up with dimensionals. We're almost done with this sheet here. Like this. Oh, so close. All right, we'll do this. And then this is gonna go on the pool party. Deckled rectangle here. So I did pop that up. Like that. And then this piece that you have left, that just goes underneath here. And you're gonna tie a knot. Like that. So by doing that, doubling it up, it just makes it look a little bit darker. Now, when you put this on, you wanna make sure that you don't put adhesive on the bottom part that overhangs here. So what I would do is put dimensionals right there, which is at the bottom end. And then I would put these at the top. Yay, we finished a sheet, you guys. And then grab one more here, we'll put it right there. And then this will adhere right on the front of the card, like that. All right, so now your mushroom house, let's talk about it. I did them both different in here. I did them opposite because I didn't know what I liked better. But I did them reverse. That one I did the crumb cake light on the top and soft suede on the bottom. And here I did soft suede on the top and crumb cake on the bottom. So I did the inside first and I didn't like it. So I went to that one and did a little darker like that. Squirrel Boy's in bronze. His beard is in bronze. The flowers are in melon mambo. His hat is in granny apple green. Pool party for his little blazer. And then he's got like shoes that are gray. The pebbles are gray. And then inside the beard is saffron, and the light is saffron. Pool party on the mushroom top weird things. And then, yeah, ivory for my little gnome because he's Tyler. So, all right, so we're gonna glue this on the inside. I did talk through that because I feel like it's gonna take me about maybe 5 or 10 minutes, I would say, to color that. And I think we're gonna work on making the other two cards and see where we're at. Because I can always come back and color these. So what we will do though is we'll talk about, so I stamped the gnome and the squirrel in memento, and there is not a die for the squirrel, you guys. Hi, Mary Schreiber. You can cover it with the cloud. Exactly. So we're gonna put, there is no die, you guys. Sadly, there's no die for the squirrel boy. So you're gonna have to just take your scissors and cut that out with a scissors, no problem. So he's done. Okay, so that, I colored the squirrel in bronze. He's gonna hang out over there. We can take our ribbon scissors and trim that end and that end. And then our little gnomey, he's this one. So we're gonna take the die and add a little tear of the little washi tape. Then, as long as we're at it, I'm going to get this guy prepped. Oh, he's not that one. Hang on. He must be this one. We'll cut both of these at the same time, because that's for the next card. All right, just like that. So he's done. We'll get the machine back in here. Hi, Bonnie Kevin. No problem. We are actually just almost finishing up our second card, so no problem. You can always catch the replay to see the first couple, the first card and a half. All right, so there's the gnome. The other two for this card and the next card. You gotta be careful when you peel this tape off, not that you rip the paper. So there's that one, and that one's for the next card. Okay. So what I would do then, so your little gems, I've got one up here, and then I've got two down here. The pool party match very nicely. And then how you put your gnome on and your squirrel. The squirrel, I glued his feet flat and I put a dimensional at the top here. And I kind of just tucked him in right on the side here after everything's colored. And then for him, I put like a glue dot and put him flat here. And I put a dimensional up here. And then you just gotta be careful because any part that he hangs over here, you don't. Well, actually, it's fine up here. I actually don't have anything right there. But you could have done a double stack of dimensionals right there if you wanted. But we're going to leave this like this. I mean, he's pretty much done. But he's just hanging out, waiting for somebody to come visit him and waiting for the grass to turn green. All right, so that's what we've got for that one. And we're going to leave that like this for the time being. I promise that I will finish that card before it gets sent out to somebody. All right, so that one's good. And let's see, we'll set you over here. And we're gonna do this one, which is the bookmark. We're gonna do it next because it's next. That's why. All right, so Pinklicious here. So it's a normal card that has a bookmark on it. And you guys have some gems in here, some little rhinestones. Okay, we're gonna burnish this. And the two pieces of white are the same size. And you've got some ribbon in the middle. So there's that. And then this one's for the inside. And then this is what we cut earlier, right? So this is for the bookmark part. And you're gonna have a pink piece and a white for the back, and a pink piece and a white for the top, okay? So, and we did, let's glue this together so we can do a little test of the public broadcasting system. And what I would do, because you don't want glue to get caught in the middle there, I would definitely put the glue on these edges. Not too close though. Okay, so that's gonna shut that up. Right, something like, oh, come on, get over a little bit more this way. Perfect, so that shuts this so that it's now the bookmark thing. And then we can go ahead and put this one on here. I would use this side where the peak is there, where they came together. I would use that as the back of the bookmark. And this is where we're gonna do a little testing. And now you can see, does that fit in here good? And I think it does, okay? Now, we're gonna have to put our ribbon on first. So let's cover this up. So much ribbon. All right, tear and tape. Gotta get a couple pieces here waiting in the wings for us. And we need two right away. It's about an inch up, so we're gonna put this right there. Oh, I know, we're covering up the moon, sad face. And now, you got lots of ribbon. I don't remember how much ribbon you have, but there's enough. I think it might have been 20 inches. That is not enough. Oh, it is. I'm gonna use that piece. My mom gave me the scraps, and that's okay. That one, so we're gonna do one. This white ribbon is the same thing. It's very sheer. So what you wanna do is double it up. And so now we're gonna take another one and slightly off of it, we're gonna put it right next to it, just like that. I'll show you the front of it here in a second. And cut that extra little bit off. We're gonna need that on the front. So you've got two lines. You can see it looks a lot darker now. And we're gonna get this glued onto the card before we put the top ribbon on. Now with this one, you gotta be very careful that you don't put any ribbon adhesive in this area here. You gotta go really close to the edge. So what I would do, go around the edge here, just like this, and like that. You don't wanna risk where your bookmark is to get caught. And then that goes on one of the white pieces. Like that. If you had a little mark from where your pencil was, you could go ahead and erase that. I just realized that I left it on there. All right, then let's hope that this still fits. It should. If this little guy, that little slice opens up, and that should still fit on there. Yay, it did. It's so exciting, yay. Okay, then you have that this can go onto our card base. So flip this over like that. And there it comes together. Okay. So what's left of this ribbon, you have plenty. Like, what you can do is take it and cut it in half. And then you're going to put them together and put them underneath like this. And you're going to just tie them in a knot at the same time. So it helps if they're on top of each other like that. And come over about an inch. And you're just gonna make an overhand knot with these, like that. That's it. And then you can take and trim these. One, so you got 4 ends because we did it like that. It just makes it look a little bit heavier and less dainty. All right. Now we get a little stamping. So let's find our white pieces here. So we have that and this and this. And let's grab the piercing mat back. We've got to get a little bit of Granny Apple Green grass. So there's a little baby, there's a love you. We need that. Not that one. And the grass, okay? And we've got our little dude here. And then on the back of this, it says Gnome, Sweet Gnome. So again, this would be a perfect card to give to somebody who loves to read books or needs to put a tab on a page of something. All right, so we've got Gnome, Sweet Gnome. I did do that in black, so I'm gonna put that right here, like that. And then the rest, because we already have the Gnomey stamped, we're gonna come back over here and find Granny Apple Green and Melon Mambo. So melon and Granny. So we're gonna grab Granny first. And hi. We're gonna do the first strength for the grass and then a second strength. And then I've got a little first strength over there. Okay, so that's Granny. And then the sentiment, you're wondering about that because the love you is a straight line and I've got it small like that. So what you have to do is ink up the love first on this one. Make sure you don't hit the U. And you're gonna stamp love. Boom. Now you have to clean it. He's sleeping on one of the chairs, just so you know. That's why all the stuff is on the floor. He's in here with me. Okay. Okay. So what we did is we cleaned that off. And then what you're gonna wanna do is find, oh, let's go on the back. There we go. So it's clean. And now we're gonna do the U. And the U is gonna go right underneath it. Like that. Perfect. All right, then lots of ink pads. I didn't realize we had that many ink pads. So that's that one. So the Gnomey is colored. The hat was in Granny Apple Green blends. And then the heart was Melon Mambo. Face and hands were ivory. Smoky slate for his boots. And I did pool party for his arms. Okay, so that's what we've got for coloring. But these two can get glued. Oh, what do we have to do on the inside? Oh, we got a little Gnomey on the inside. Let's grab that really quick and do that. So which one is it? Not that one, it's this guy. So we're gonna cheat and not grab the piercing mat. I'm just gonna put him right there. Do you wanna use the little machine or you're good with the big one?
Either way.
Okay.
I could use the little one.
It's okay. Then you can be my Vanna White when I need some Gnomies cut out. I'll have you cut out. They're perfect, it's right here. Okay, here you go. Yep. When the time comes, I'll have you cut out a couple Gnomies for the last card.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay, so then we're gonna glue. Let's get glue happy.
I'm supposed to be watching this class. Right?
Yeah, he knocked all that on the floor. You can leave it. No, Diane. So Diane's here. Diane, help me make these cards. Yeah. Diane said she should probably be watching this class.
I think I have this class to do.
Yeah, she has this class to do. All right, so we're gonna flip this on this one. Now, make sure you are putting this the right way. The open end is here.
Oh my goodness, that's wild.
He was wild.
Oh my goodness.
Diane's picking up.
Whoa.
He was all over the place. I know. He was in the bookcase over there too.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm afraid to even look over there.
Triggered.
Oh, a little boy. Okay. All right, so then this guy goes here. And then that should flip right in here now. So you might have to... He jumped up in the bookcase and I was like, oh my goodness, what is he knocking down?
Yeah, everything.
Everything, yeah. So you guys, that fits here, like that now. And then this one is on the inside. Like that. Oh, let's get it straight though. Okay. So I wonder, I'll wait, and because I like to glue, I like to color and let it dry, because with the blends, they are a little wet, so I would let it dry. And then he's gonna get planted there with his feet, and I popped the hat up with a dimensional. And then the gems, there are 3 gems. Oh, I lost the other 3 on this card, but there was one up here. Put it right there. And then I've got 2 down here. 1, 2. Okay. So that's what we have for our bookmark card, our second. Oh, Deb Norman says hi.
Hi, Deb.
She says hi back. Okay, so these 2 need some coloring. Coloring. We'll set them back over here.
No,
What happened?
he's awake.
Oh, he's awake? Oh, man. It's like, it's fun when he's awake, but he's a little rebel rouser when he's awake.
Hi, sweetness. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Mm-hmm.
How are you? I know how to do it.
He just had a 10-15 minute nap in, so he's probably full of P and
He
V.
came right to me to get some hugs.
He wanted love, yeah, love and hugs. So, is it pouring out?
It just started.
Oh, did it?
Pulled
Mhm.
out.
So you guys, in this kit,
I'm gonna have a little talk.
we have another piece of white. So this piece of white that you have in your kit is enough for you to stamp. You gotta stamp 2 more gnomes, okay? So that's what this white piece is for. And then you have, don't forget to don't lose your gems. They're loose in here. So there's 1, 2, and there should be a 3rd one. Right there it is. So there should be 3 gems. They were put on top of the white piece here. You guys, I already made your bosey for you. And you'll have a pink mushroom top. I stuck in 2 white circles in case you mess up that you want to restamp them. So there are 2. This is already embossed and die cut for you with the hashtag and then the picture of this. You'll have a pale papaya mushroom top, a mango melody mushroom top, and 3 stumps. So that's all in there. All right, so what we need to do is burnish the edges. So we're gonna put a little that way and a little that way, and then like this. So this is a fun fold because the fold is on this side and the fold is on this side. And what happens is this gets glued in here like this, and you should have 2 pieces of designer paper left. One is for here, and then one is for here. All right, so I feel like let's get glue happy and let's glue some of this stuff together. So that, then we're gonna flip that over. And let's glue, oh, I'm getting to the end here. So that one, and the back piece here. So let's get make sure you keep your fold to the right for here. And that goes right on the inside. And then that orangey paper goes on the top of it. Like that. And then this one goes right on the top. This one I think is, I don't know, I love this card. It's so bright and cheerful. And then this one, we're gonna put dimensionals on the back of this. And we're gonna use some bigger and some smaller ones. We're gonna just find some big openings to put some of the bigger ones here. And right there. And then what I think I'm gonna do is cut off the edge here and put them along the top and the sides for some additional support. That looks like enough to me. And I am going to put this down first before I put all my other things, all of the things in with it. And one more, I think, right there, though. Hang on. Wrong one. Oops. Didn't look at it first, so we're going to put one right there. And you know what? For good measure, we're going to put one right there. When you think you have enough, you add more. All right, then this will just get put right onto the front of the card. I think that this new hashtaggy embossing folder is one of my favorites that is offered. It's only in the online exclusives though, sad face. They didn't, you know, so I don't know how long it stays in there for, but it's one of my favorites. So this guy's gonna go like this, right on the front. It's gonna center it top to bottom, left to right. All right, I do have a bow. We might as well put that down right away. It's already made. It's using some of that polished pink open weave ribbon. So I'm gonna put the glue dot right in the middle and set the bow into it. And then I can trim those tails. It feels weird to put the ribbon on right away, but it works. We can do it. All right, then we need to use a little Melon Mambo ink and one of these little circles. And we had said that it was the Bottled Happiness stamp set, which has, oops, it might be clean. Let's see which stamp it is. Oh, here it is. Ha ha, right in front of me. Always right in front. So we're gonna do Melon Mambo. And it's gonna go right, I'm guessing right in the middle there. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, and then I think that it might be it for the Melon Mambo. You know what, grab a dimensional. Let's get that put down right away. That just goes right in the middle here. And then I put designer paper on the bottom actually. Oh, wishing you the most magical birthday. So we can do that next. So grab the inside of the card here. And we're going to say, happy birthday. And that's gonna go right about there. And you guys, when you cut your strips of designer paper, or when you cut your pieces, you would have that left. Look at that. If you cut it like I cut it, you would have this piece left. And that fits right in there. I am going to trim off a teeny tiny smidgen of it because it has a little fold that it is contending with. That was great. So that was perfect that little strip was there. That's why I put that on the inside. That goes here. Okay, the inside's done. Then our mushrooms would be next. Well, let's stamp these and then we'll get them to Diane so she can cut. So we need not the heart one. So let's clean that because we just used it, then I can switch out the block. All right, so he's done. We need this one. So you got a piece big enough to stamp. All you need on this piece, you guys, is really the two gnomes. So put her like that. And then the other dude, he's sporting his yellow sport coat here. I think I used Mango Melody blends in this, and I realized after Karen proofread it, she said that the Mango Melody blends retired last year. So you may or may not have Mango Melody, but you could always use Daffodil Delight. If you don't have Mango Melody, that would be perfectly fine. So we're going to grab,
You need something cut.
I will. I have them marked here if you want to. I got them with washi tape.
My pigs were going to cut. Chicks were going to cut.
You got the baby. Was he laying on your lap?
He was.
Oh man, I could have brought it over by you.
And taking a bath on top of
Oh,
him.
he was giving himself a washing. Okay.
He's not stinky anymore.
Good boy, good boy. He was in the garage with us last night, setting up a ping pong table.
Ah.
So he was starting to smell like garage cat.
Yeah.
So he needs a bath. All right, so Vanna White is cutting my gnomies for me. Thank you very much. All right, so we're gonna work on our little mushrots over here. So you've got 3 tops and 3 bottoms. He's getting so spoiled. So we're gonna put a mushroom top with a glue dot, and a glue dot. And then we're gonna grab off the mango one, and we'll use the tall guy. And then we will grab off pale papaya. We'll use the short one. And then a back tall one. Okay, Penny, I'm ripping this off right away for you. By the magic of TV, voila! Thank you very much. We got them done. And what we will do, good job. Good job. Throw those away. And put the tape there, because you can always reuse that washi tape until it's not sticky anymore. All right, so there's that. Now, we will color these. Don't, hi babes. What's up, Buttercup? You wake from your nap? All right, so the beard and the braids I like to do in the bronze. So we'll do this one. We'll actually color these so you can see the gnomes in action being colored more. Okay, so we've got a 1 brown braid. And his beard is gonna match over here. I think that bronze is one of my favorite colors for brown. They came out with all the skin tone assortment colors after we had bronze and ivory for the longest time. So I developed this love for the bronze marker because it was the brown that I never knew I needed. And then after I started realizing it was like perfect for hair color, it could be skin color as well. It's dirt. When you have plants, you could use the bronze for coloring the dirt. This brown was a pretty brown. All right, so there we've got our beard for our dude. There we go. Then we talk about ivory for my girl and my boy here. They're big schnauzers here. All right, so we've got her face in ivory and her hands in ivory. So this is the same girl from the earlier one, and we gotta get his big schnauzer here, and his little mittens are his hands, I guess. So there's that. And then we will do saffron for the center of their flowers. And then melon mambo for their flower powers. I do like that they put the 3 little flowers in his beard. That was cute. All right, so there's that. And, oh, her little outfit, her romper. So, do you like her with a white blouse or do you like her with a pink blouse to make it look like it's a full thing? I guess that's the $1 million question for today. And then, oh man, here he comes. He's making his way over, you guys. He's eyeing up something over here. Kitten, are you coming over here? Do I need to help you? Okay, come on, keep it moving. All right, there he goes, you guys, another Tigger sighting. Whoa, 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 okay. I thought my cutter was going on the floor. And there's that. Oops, I almost got her shoe. I did get her shoe. Well, let's see what else. Gray. We gotta do their boots here, so we're gonna do gray. I got dark smoky slate, and I've got light gray granite. We'll do a little light gray granite on their shoes. I guess they're gonna have matching shoes. I'm not sure if I have a mango blend down here. So I think, oh, he needs granny apple for his hat. See, this isn't the most exciting stuff here. Oh, look at that, you guys. That marker tip is seen better days, but it still works, but not the tip. All right, so this is how I do that then. I use the small end to do the detail that's close in here. Just around the edges here. And then what I'll do is go back and use that bad tip that actually has a lot of color in it. I will use it to do the blending and get closer. So right now he looks blotchy. Looks a little blotchy. So what I would do is grab this and smooth it out. See, even when the marker tip looks like that, I still can get use out of it. All right. Let me see if I have, I might have mango. I might right here. So, you guys, a retired alert. Mango Melody and I think Rich Razzleberry markers retired last year already. And I still have some sitting down in here. So, we're going to give him a Mango Melody sport coat here. If you had the water-based markers, you could also use your water-based markers to color these. All right, so there's that. We're going to give her little braid things, or her little ties on her hair here, that color. And then her hat is the Mango Melody as well. So I'm going to use the fine tip that is close to the edge here, like that. And then what I'll do is I'll switch it around and use the brush tip to do a little more coloring here, there, and it's a little darker actually. Don't ask me why. Maybe the other side's a little bit drier. So we're gonna try to get in close. But it looks a lot more like mango where the other side looked like daffodil. All right, you guys, that's your coloring 101. Okay. You're probably happy I didn't color those other two. All right, so let's get this figured out. The mushrooms, I would put glue dots on their ends. So let's put one on each end here. And we'll pick these off and set them right there. And then we're going to grab the little dimensionals and pop up the mushrooms on the top then. So this one is going to go, and we might need to cut that actually off, you guys. So this is what we're going to have to do. I know we put this down, but this mushroom stem is going to be a little bit too tall, which is okay. We'll just grab a new little glue dot. And now that goes underneath right there, like that. And then the pink one, we're not gonna have to worry about it because our gnome hat is gonna cover that up. So this one gets underneath here as well. Oh, I didn't put a dimensional back there, but let's do that real quick. So we got a little dimensional. Gonna go right there. And then this pale papaya, same thing. Let's grab a little dimensional. And then that's gonna go over on the side here. You can always rearrange them slightly. Now the gnome here, he's gonna tuck in here. You're gonna have to cut this little hand if you want it to go up a little higher. So he's gonna end up something like, I don't have his shoes showing here. So you're gonna have to cut a little bit up his hand here, like that, and then he'll be able to nestle, and then this guy as well, a little bit up there. Okay, so that's how he's kind of tucking in there. Okay, if you need to as well, I don't think the shoes are getting caught, but you could also, if there was a dimensional down there, there was a little dimensional there. That's why you just have to be careful if you do put that down already. So he's gonna need a dimensional right in the back there. And then what I'm gonna do, I think, is put some glue dots right behind his shoes. And then when that tucks in here, I should have used liquid glue. There. That's him. Hanging out. Our girl. She doesn't quite fit there either, right? So what do? We're going to have to, sorry guys, we're going to have to defoot her. And same thing here. You gotta trim up the little hands a little bit. And then the same with this one. And then now she'll fit in here better. Okay? So we're gonna put a dimensional right behind her head. And I'm not gonna use glue dots. They got caught. So we're just going to put a little liquid glue back there. Like that. Okay. I think that all that's left, you guys, I didn't Stella any of these cards. I knew that we were going to be a little bit tight on time. So what we're going to do is you can always go back and Stella them. I've got one of these iridescent rhinestones, small and a big one on the right hand side, and then we've got the big one over on the left. What could you Stella? You could absolutely Stella these mushroom tops right here. And their stems if you want to. You could do the whole white thing if you wanted. You could go over this whole white embossed piece here. Like that. Okay. Okay. Then that guy's done. And okay, we're gonna bring in the cards that are actually colored. So because remember we didn't color quite all of them. We're gonna pull in these guys here. So we've got our little bookmark here with the girl. So she got used twice on this card and that card. And then the little Gnomey dude got used here and here twice with the little squirrel boy. And then the other guy with the heart got pulled in for this bookmark card. So we got them all done. There's definitely, with a set like this, there's a lot of coloring. So if you guys are not so keen on the whole coloring aspect of things, then maybe this one's not such a great set. But if you love gnomes, you're all over it, I bet. Because they're not that hard to color. They're not like very, like you don't have to blend them so much. You can just color them. To me, like these aren't blending cards. Like you're just gonna color them what they need to be. You could do a little bit shading where you have their hats. You have a little bit more room for shading, but otherwise it's too hard to get that shading in there. So, all right. What's your favorite? I don't know how many we got. We still got about 30 people watching. Yay. Mary Lemke says they're great. Yay. Do you guys have a favorite? I always like to know. If I had to pick one, I do love this one. That cloud with the bookmark. I do. But I almost like this one better. I love the bright and cheerfulness of this mango melody with the melon mambo, with the two little gnomes peeking out. Oh, Patricia said she loves the gnomes cards. You betcha. Happy to share, you guys. You have a little circle left over unless you needed it to stamp an extra sentiment. You can do with it what you want. You guys have little bits and parts left over from the designer series paper, so you can make some more pretty things with that. You know, the embellishments got consumed. So this is a class that if you place an order, you get it for free. And what I did is instead of cutting the designer series paper for everybody, I was able to get a few extra packs during sale-a-bration. And what I did is I just gave everybody an eighth of a pack of the designer paper, so that in case you didn't have the Greatest Journey paper, you didn't know what it was about, now you could see it, feel it, touch it. And then I ended up, after working with it, I realized how fun the paper was, and so that's how the game night cards came to be, using the game night, or the Greatest Journey as well. Debbie loves them all. Bonnie Kevin says they're all awesome. Yay! Debbie loves the cloud one, but they're all cute. Yeah, I like this one a lot. There's just something about it that's super cool. But I love the cheerfulness of that one. So I love that it's like the clouds in the nighttime sky. Carmen says love them all. I just got them, so time to put them together. Yay! Donna Grushik loves them all. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, well, I do have a little homework assignment for me, and that is to get mine colored. And then this is what you guys would have left for the paper. Again, for those that are tuning in that didn't watch me make the first card, make sure you go back and catch this on replay before you attempt to make that one yourself. We did have a little issues, or I should say, I had a little issues with cutting my blue paper, but it worked. And again, I need to update the tutorial on this one because I did explain how to do that piece wrong. It's definitely different. Versus how I explained it. Anyways, I think you guys, all these dies have all the little mushrooms in them too. So if you want to make more of these little mushrooms for other cards, this is the mushrooms came from the gnome set. So we'll put these away. Okay, and then I don't know if you guys have any other questions, but I think what we'll do is get the drawing out and do a door prize drawing for somebody. Anybody? Let's see. I do have to number them. So I will, because this is for people who placed an order. And we've got a 1, 2, I'm going to do this really quick. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's going to be a lot. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Wow, you guys, 30 people placed orders for this one. Hi, Carissa. That's awesome. And I have about 9 sets left, too, in case anybody else wants to get in on it. So I will do 2 door prize drawings. This is probably one of the bigger classes that I had based off of getting orders. So that's awesome. Let's pull up random number generator. And we will put in 30. Let's find you here. Okay, I'll drop the camera down so you guys can see. Put in 30 and see who we got to win. I'm gonna hit the word generate. Number 10. 10 is Lila Erickson. Yay, Lila. Whoop, whoop. All right, and the next one is 26. 26 is Karen Stagg. Awesome. So congratulations to Karen Stagg and to Lila Erickson. But the next time you guys get your packages of anything mailed out to you, I'll make sure to include a little door prize for you guys from some past Stampin' Up! Products that we love. And I think that might be it. So again, reminder, game night is Thursday night. If you've been doing game night with me in the past, I generally put some posts out in the Stampin' Game Night group, and I haven't been up on that. There is a door prize form, and what I should do is write myself a note to share the door prize form. So if anybody wants to fill out the door prize form for prizes on Thursday night, it's the same door prize form as in the past. So if you go hunting and searching through the Stampin' Game Night or search for door prize, you'll find it. But I will create a more current post because it's the same door prize form. I'll create a current post so that how I do it is one for every 20 that sign up for that door prize, I do a prize drawing. And then I do door prizes for other people who register for the class as well. So yay! So I just made myself a note to do that. I got to get that done. So Diane's here if you guys didn't notice it. There's Diane. She's working over there. Yay! There she is. She's helping me. We are working on ink, paper, scissors today. We got Let's Just Stamp and the April Monthly kitted ready to go. And we are working a little bit ahead, and we're doing ink, paper, scissors at the moment. And we realized that we missed, or I should say I missed, having my helpers do one die cutting piece of a stump. And so Diane's helping me go back and get those stumps die cut. And then we're gonna lay out, we got 2 more cards to lay out. And I'm pretty sure you guys, I spent about 3 hours last night going through emails. I feel pretty secure in saying that 96% of the people, I think I got through everything. So if anybody, I'm gonna put it out there, if anybody is expecting a response from me from an email, you should reach out to me again and just send me the email again. I think I got through everything, but sometimes I get a lot of junk that comes into my folder as well, and I gotta weed through some of it to get to the real emails. So I'm pretty sure I got a lot caught up as of last night. And so if you need anything, don't hesitate to try again or resend the email. I don't mind at all. But I did good. I got caught up as of Monday. I was really happy. So that was good. Last week was a really big week with spending 2 days designing, and we had 2 days kitting, and then it was 1 day of something else. And so it just and then the weekend just yeah, you guys think it starts to back up a little bit. So I always try to play catch up though. I always get caught up at least once throughout the week, but I think I got everybody taken care of. So, oh, great tips to embellish, no mistakes. Yay, awesome. All right, you guys, well, I'm going to let you go so I can get some lunch and then work with Diane on getting these done. And we will be live at some point. I am doing the last chance. Again, it's just going to be spontaneous. It's when I find that an hour to 2 hour window to do that, I will be live. You can always catch the replay for that, though, in case you don't catch me live. You can always watch me during the replay. And then I'll see you definitely on Thursday night at 6 for game night. Tomorrow night's the Lucky Hand version. So Lucky Hand is the same as game night in terms of the cards. We just play different types of games. And I do have space for the in-person version tomorrow night in case anybody still wants to join us. So just reach out to me. All right, yes, congratulations again to Lila and to... Oh my gosh, you guys. Who? No, it wasn't Kathy. No. Ugh. Ah. I have to look this up now because I thought I had it committed to memory, but apparently I didn't. I know it was Lila. Karen Stagg. Okay, yes. She was close. Diane guessed Karen, but it was Kathy. Very close. So congratulations to Karen and Lila. Awesome. And thank you to everybody for taking this extra. This to me is an extra class. It's not part of my core classes. It became a yearly core class that is offered 4 times a year. And for those that tuned in late, we're picking artistically inked for the next quarterly when there are some pretty flowers in there and there's 4 different sentiments. So we thought, well, we can easily make 4 different cards with that one again. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to say peace outward to your mother. Have a great, fabulous rest of your Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know. You guys, if you need anything, reach out. Otherwise, lots of love and sunshine and hugs to you guys. We'll talk to you later. I'm going to count to 10 like I normally do in case it cuts out early. Bye, Deb Norman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Love you long time.